Hi students, let us continue our next lesson, lesson 6, the Khaljis and the Tughlaqs. In our last class, we already completed the previous means that Sultanate, first Sultanate group, it was slave dynasty. And I told we concluded that the slave dynasty it was came to be end after Balban's death. After that 4 years it was came to be an end, and the next dynasty it was established that was known as Khalji dynasty. Jalaluddin Khalji is considering as the founder of Khalji dynasty. He came to be thrown after killing Quaikabad. Remember Quaikabad? He was actually the last ruler of slave dynasty. Quaikabad was the last ruler of slave dynasty, killed by Jalaluddin Khalji, and he founded or established this Khalji dynasty. Jalaluddin Khalji. So listen students, 1 mark questions, concentrate. Last slave ruler or last ruler of slave dynasty, Quaikabad, and also the first ruler of Khalji or founder of Khalji dynasty. Otherwise, who established the Khalji dynasty? Its answer is Jalaluddin Khalji. Jalaluddin Khalji. He was actually 70 years old when he became the throne and ruled over only for a brief period of 6 years only. He became the ruler, and also during that time he was actually 70 years. That much old age person. Anyway, very nice person. He was a benevolent despot, philanthropist. Otherwise, means love and affection showing to his followers, and especially the people, especially that much nice and very loving ruler. That is the meaning of benevolent. Humankind, showing humankind. That is the meaning of benevolent. And also he tried to win over his enemies by love and affection, not only making any kind of war or bloodshed like that way. So he loved his enemies also. He gave high posts and titles to his sons and friends and relatives inside the court, given highest official post to his sons, also his friends and relatives. He wanted to rule without any bloodshed. That means any kind of war and other kind of issues like that way. It was not at all wished by Jalaluddin Khalji. But one thing was happened in his life. He was treacherously, what is treacherously means? Cheating and murdered. He was murdered by his nephew. Nephew means his sister's son, nephew, Alauddin Khalji, who proclaimed himself as the Sultan. So next, and the most powerful ruler of the Khalji dynasty, it was Alauddin Khalji. How he became the ruler? He cheated and murdered his uncle Jalaluddin Khalji, and he became the next ruler. He was very powerful ruler, and we want to study about his contributions and the conquests whatever done by Alauddin Khalji. And also listen, first the founder of Khalji dynasty, it was Jalaluddin Khalji. He just ruled almost around 6 years only. In between that he was cheated and killed, murdered by his nephew Alauddin Khalji. Alauddin Khalji was the governor of Awadh and Kara before becoming the Sultan. Already we studied Jalaluddin Khalji appointed highest officials as his sons, relatives, highest means very close to friends and all. Among that, this nephew also appointed as the governor of Awadh and Kara. He was an ambitious ruler who wanted to become an Alexander. We heard that the stories of Alexander from Greek or Macedonia. He was a very ambitious ruler. He wished to become the ruler of the entire world. Like that way, Alauddin Khilji also wished to conquer the whole world under his power or control. As if at the first step, he wished to become, at the first step, he tried to establish an all India empire and undertook a number of conquests. First, he wished to make the whole India, complete India under his control. That is the first step he took. And the complete means his final ambition become the ruler of the entire world. As a first step he took to establish all India under his own control. Starting with this first step, he started different conquests. Conquest means defeating other nations and making it that nation under his own control. That is known as conquest. And also he started conquest. At first he conquered and annexed Gujarat in India. This gave him access to the ports of Gujarat through which he could import horses for his army. He also got a huge booty of gold and precious stones, like as our Mahmud Ghazni. He collected money and all from Gujarat. He also purchased a slave. Slave means it's a servant like that. He purchased during that time slave market and all were existed. He purchased very costly slave named as Malik Kafur for 1000 dinars. That's why Malik Kafur is also known as Hasar Dinari. That means 1000 dinars given for purchasing this person Malik Kafur. That's why he was known as Hasar Dinari. Alauddin conquered the Rajput states of Ranthambore, Malwa, Mewar and Marwar. In Ranthambore, Ratipal and Ranmal, generals of Rana Hamir, betrayed their master and helped Alauddin Khalji. Cheated their master and helped Alauddin Khalji. According to a legend, Alauddin Khalji attacked Chittor the region, the capital of Mewar. Chittor was the capital of Mewar, to capture Padmini, the beautiful wife of Ratan Singh, king of Mewar. Rana Ratan Singh died while fighting with Alauddin's forces, and his queen Padmini preferred death and committed Jauhar. Jauhar, it's a practice followed by the Rajput women when it was means when the enemy attacked the region, and if they ensure that whether they will be defeated, that time the Rajput women are collectively committing suicide. It is at present we can tell like that, but they are believing it's a very precious thing in their life. They are considering like that way, that incident and that practice, it was came to be known as Jauhar. And after that, Alauddin conquered all the territories of Malwa, including Ujjain, Dar, Chanderi and Mandu. By the period of 1308 CE, Alauddin conquered most of the northern India region actually. So listen students, the conquers places and all not at all needed anyway. That Malik Kafur, who is known as Hasar Dinari, one mark question you can expect, that is Malik Kafur, the slave of Alauddin Khalji. Only introduction and a small paragraph. After listen the class and watch the video, please read the textbook 2-3 paragraphs only. Okay, next class we can continue. Thank you, bye.